This is a first live stream test from my room on one of my phones here. Let me get this on. Oops, sorry. Okay, get this on the tripod. So I do have like a new setup kind of in the background. But man, it's super washed out. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Let me try something. Hold on. Retouch is on. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me see. Okay, we are live. Are we talking about wrestling? Oh, okay. Why is it that when I got in the background, the that's so weird. That looks cool though, right? Doesn't it? That looks cool. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Let me log into another account here, maybe, possibly. It's because this light in the background, it washes the background out when I get in. So I'm thinking about turning it off actually. And turning it off, it doesn't look that bad, honestly. And I have a ring light over here anyway, so let me move my ring light a little bit. And we will experiment a little bit with lighting, I guess. Let's see. And it kind of washes it out again. There we go. Looks like we got Gene in the house. Thanks again for joining in, Gene. Let me know if it sounds and looks okay. You can literally change the color of this. It doesn't look too bad. I was trying to get kind of like a new setup for the wrestling podcast. Long time subscriber here. Hey, Mike Hernandez, that's what's up. What's up? Let's go, bro. Let's go. Look, I got your favorite belt in the background, by the way. Long time. What's your take on Trish Stratus's return? I don't really have too much of a take on it. I think she just returned at the Rumble. It might have been a one-off. Obviously, she could go. She's definitely in a lot better shape than she. I feel like she's a better wrestler now than she was like when she was actively wrestling. Hold on 1 second, guys. I gotta get my phone. Let me know how I sound and let me know how this looks, by the way, because again, I'm trying to like fix the lighting here, I guess. We got Zane in the house. What's going on, Zane? Smash that like button. If you guys are joining in, this is Wrestle Talk. You guys see that WWE logo in the background, right? Not sponsored over here. Rumors are swirling. She's returning to the next PLE. I could see it happening, but like against who and why? Like, where's the story? I guess when it comes to Trish Stratus, I just don't. I kind of just don't see it happening. Like, unless there's a specific reason. Like, you know, maybe there's like for me, like the only reason why I would see her coming back is if Lita came back and there's unfinished business between her and Lita, obviously. So. Again, Gene says, "What's your take on Jey Uso not main event at WrestleMania?" What do you mean? What's your take on not main event at a WrestleMania? He won the Royal Rumble. He picked Gunther for the world title. You know, WrestleMania is a 2-night event now, guys. So there's always going to be one title that they just aren't paying attention to. So. Mike says rumors are swirling that she's returning. Okay, good take. Okay, yeah, hold on. Okay, let me know. Let me know how it looks. Let me know how it sounds. What's up with the Velveteen Dream? I have no clue. I know the guy had some issues going on after he left the company. I think they released him a couple years back, and I know he made like a public apology. I don't know if that's gonna ever mean that he's gonna return. I remember watching him in NXT, and he was a very good talent wrestling wise, right? But you know, the personal life thing got in the way. So Triple H has changed the main event at WrestleMania. Jey Uso will not main event. Wait, hold on. Triple H has changed the main event at WrestleMania. Jey Uso will not main event. John Cena has replaced him. I don't I don't know where you've heard this from, but send me the dirt sheets on that. If that's true, and definitely if that's like an early dirt sheet, I don't see it happening. I think the rumor has it is that John Cena is going to face Cody at Mania, but also there might be some sort of intertwine with him and CM Punk. So again, I don't know what's going to happen there exactly. But most likely it's going to be Rhodes, CM Punk, and possibly Cena. I don't see Reigns main eventing this year at all, unfortunately. I think there's going to be something with him and Rollins. Obviously, there was some dispute with him, at the Rumble. And I think Rollins still kind of has some sort of hatred towards Roman Reigns when everybody else just got over it already. Rhodes versus CM Punk, Rhodes versus Reigns. I would go Rhodes versus CM Punk. I mean, we already saw Rhodes versus Reigns 2 years in a row, so I wouldn't want to see that again. Mike Hernandez, Cena, Rhodes, or Reigns? Are you asking me like who it's gonna be? It's a long time since we've seen a triple threat match for the title at Mania. I also Seth Rollins may be retirement, and he may be. What the hell? The chat's moving really quick. Sorry, guys. Okay, Gene deleted the message. Okay, so so it's been a long time since we've seen a triple. Yeah, I think the last one probably was Mania 30, I think, and I thought we were gonna have one last year. Honestly, I thought it was gonna be like The Rock, Rhodes, and Reigns, but that didn't go down. Come on. So let me know what's up, guys. Let me know how the stream looks. Let me know how it sounds. People have been bouncing in and out. I honestly didn't know that I could go live on my on this account, just because. Hold on, let me turn on all messages here. Just because normally, if you don't have like more than like 100 subs, it won't let you go live. So let me go ahead and send Mill Hustles the link here. He'll probably want to chime in. It's my dog, Mill Hustles. Yeah, so Wrestle Talk again. I'm just kind of messing with the setup. Can we get a rare appearance from the cat? My cat is not in here at the moment. He is in the other room. My cat is chilling, but not here. Let's see. Hold on. Sorry. I'm like looking at my phone over here. Send one of my buddies the stream here. He's probably working. Excuse me. What's everyone up to today, by the way? I've literally just been doing nothing all day. Ran a few errands in the early morning. Went to wash my car, which there's already bird shit on it again, so I guess the birds are christening my car. Luckily, it's on the window, so I went to go wash it. So, and then literally I've just been chilling here. No deliveries today, Mike. I did one this morning for $7. No tip order, and it sucked. Like, I was just like, what the fudge, So yeah, I'm kind of experimenting with my background. I do want to move this lamp, but I mean, I could move the setup, I guess. I just really wanted to kind of, because I normally will live stream. Let's see if I can move this down a little bit. I normally live stream with like my webcam and my computer. Obviously, it's easier for me to do because I use a streaming software called Restream. But sometimes I just want to, get on my phone and do a live stream on my phone. So yeah, there's no cats. But it is WrestleMania season, guys, and not just WrestleMania season, but there's still a lot of stuff going on in AEW. For the AEW marks out there, AEW Grand Slam happened last night. A little bit of controversy with it. It's not so much the show itself. The show I thought was pretty good. I thought it was a very good house show for those of you who did watch Grand Slam. The main thing that people are kind of complaining about is that they borrowed an indie ring for the show. So it wasn't an AEW ring. It was like some indie promotion ring. So it was smaller than the AEW ring, and you could tell that it was a lot smaller. Also, so a lot of people were complaining about that. Mike says, "Can we get a?" Okay, hold on. Was about to ask you. Grand Slam was a hit. I heard they borrowed a ring. Yeah. So yeah, I honestly I really wasn't invested in too many of the matches. I didn't really care for Ospreay and Omega versus whoever the hell they fought. I didn't care for the Death Riders match. Didn't care for that because there's not really a lot of story progression when it comes to some of these AEW events. Like I get they gave a good show to Australia though, so that there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with just good wrestling. I think the only match that I cared about, or maybe the only two matches, were the female matches, right? Which is Mercedes Moné versus Harley Cameron. Harley Cameron has been kind of making a name for herself ever since Soraya, aka Paige, left, or she's taking a break right now. So she kind of just started doing stuff on her own. But she was kind of teaming up with Paige, aka Soraya, and she's been kind of getting over with the crowd a lot with her personality. So that's one. And then you had Toni Storm versus Mariah May, which Toni Storm obviously the top female in that specific division. And it was very good, I guess, stuff leading up to that. So that's really, but so far AEW, they're failing in their tag division, failure, trios division, failure, TNT title, failure. I think they had a Continental title match with Okada and Buddy Matthews or Buddy Murphy, whatever you want to call him. That match was probably the best singles match of the night. Buddy Murphy, aka Matthews, he's obviously one of the best talents that they have. They just never really utilize him. I think he's better than like Omega and Ospreay, but I don't know why Tony Khan just doesn't do that or see that. So it is what it is. But I heard they borrowed a ring. Yep, they borrowed a ring. Did you watch NXT? So I did see a little bit of Vengeance Day also. Mainly because Bailey was on the show. Bailey main evented in a 4-way match with Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade, who's my girl, and the NXT Women's Champion Julia. Right, that was the key featured match. I did like that Stephanie Vaquer. She won the NXT North American Women's Championship, so they're finally starting to put a little bit of focus on her. And honestly, I can tell you that she's probably a better in-ring performer than Julia is, just from seeing what I've been seeing. But those two were literally the top-rated indie women wrestlers coming out of CMLL and Stardom or whatever promotion Julia was in. But I for the stuff that I did see on Vengeance Day, I did enjoy. I did skip a few of the segments slash matches. Just because they just weren't interesting to me. I don't really have any interest in Oba Femi and the world title, the NXT World Championship. Trick Williams versus some nobody. I think Trick Williams fought against the nobody. The tag match, I watched a little bit of the NXT Tag Team Championship match. I did get to see Faxium, which is the tag team. In a TNA show a couple weeks back, pre-Royal Rumble, and those guys can fucking go, dude. So, but not knowing too much about those two guys, they can really go in the ring. They're young talents and and they're good. So, the Trick Williams strap match, I just see a little bit of it. Really wasn't paying attention to it just because I really had no investment in the other guy. I have no clue. I don't really follow NXT to know what's happening. I do know some of the wrestlers, Cora Jade, Roxanne Perez, Julia, Stephanie Vaquer. Mostly, to me, honestly, the female division in NXT is more looked at right now than the men's division. But I'm familiar with guys like Ethan Page, obviously Trick Williams, and every now and then I know a main roster guy will go back and forth between the show just to kind of reinvent himself. So it's not really. It's one of those deals where I pay attention, but I don't pay attention, if that makes any sense. So, but I'm not really too familiar with the people that it's funny because you pay attention more to the product when you have indie wrestlers that get signed, or not indie wrestlers, but maybe wrestlers from other promotions like Julia, Stephanie Vaquer, and now Jordan Grace, right, who came in from TNA. She actually showed herself at the end of the match. But anyways, when it comes to their homegrown talent, it's really hard to be invested, and I think that's what made Black and Gold so popular in its earlier days. As yes, they did make they didn't make homegrown talents. We got Roman Reigns out of it, right? FCW, which eventually turned into NXT, right? So they didn't wrestle in the Indies, right? Guys like Big E, Xavier. Well, I was thinking Xavier Woods, but I think he was in TNA, so I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, but like wrestlers like Mercedes Monet or Sasha Banks, Bailey. I would say Charlotte Flair wouldn't count because she has the name Flair in her name. So no, Ethan Page came to WWE from AEW actually. So he was assigned contract. He was a signed person from AEW. They let his contract expire, and WWE picked him up. So just like Ricky Starks, who just appeared on NXT Vengeance Day, also saying that he's going to sign his NXT contract, uh, on Monday or not Monday, but should I? Okay, guys. So I'm messing with this, but should I hire the WWE logo, or should I just like move in the background? Maybe I should just move it to the background, or I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I don't know. I'm just kind of I'm messing with the display right now, but I probably will move the logo. It was originally higher, but I moved it. It was like more to like this side, and I moved it to center it out a little bit. I wish I could move the lamp, but the lamp's gonna stay, unfortunately. AEW is going downhill. I can't disagree with you on that. My buddy Mike, I don't know if he's still there or not, might disagree, but it's to each their own. I think AEW does have a lot of strong talent in their lineup. The only thing with AEW is the storytelling a lot of the time does not make any sense, or sometimes they just sorry, sometimes they throw a lot of random matches together and the matches are meaningless. Like they'll throw Will Ospreay versus a guy, and it doesn't really lead to anything, but the match is like a 25-30 minute match, and they're wrestling as best as they can, but it doesn't mean anything, and it's not for anything, right? They don't wrestle for championships. They just want to have a good wrestling match. And there's nothing wrong with having a good wrestling match like every single week, right? I mean, but the thing is, AEW has a lot of wrestlers that can do that every week, right? Me as someone that has been watching wrestling for 30 years already, I would say, because I'm 38. I've been watching wrestling since I was like 7 or 8 years old. So, I'm definitely not a genius when it comes to talking about wrestling, but at the same time, I've seen enough of it to know what I like and I dislike, and I would say I'm a little more than the casual fan when it comes to wrestling, but what we need is music in the background, but I don't have anything connected here. Otherwise, I would probably be playing some no copyright sound or no copyright music over here. Let's give a smash. Hold on, let me. It looks like Gene Giuliani sent me a link. That's what's up. And it says somebody started following me on TikTok. All right. So yeah, guys. Let's see. Let's see. Throw out some hearts over here. At least throw out a like. If you guys can, please share this, by the way. Can I create a post? Create a post. Live on the wrestling channel. Alright, maybe someone will come in, maybe someone won't. Yeah, so AEW just struck a television deal back in December. That is true. So they are collabing with not just Warner Brother Discovery, but Max, which owns Warner Brother Discovery, and we're starting to see like their Dynamite and Collision shows transition over to them, which is what I've actually been enjoying watching the shows rather than watching it like on TBS or TNT. I just go on Max and search the show and watch it there because I feel like the show looks better on the streaming platform than it does on if I was watching it just on regular cable, which I have Spectrum, and I feel like it lags a little more on Spectrum. But anyways, it looks like you're the only one left, Gene. Oh man, let's see, can I start a poll? Oh, I can start a poll. Pretty cool though. This was mostly just a test stream because I did want to kind of mess around with this and see what's up. A lot of people. Gene, if you don't follow my TikTok page, by the way. Follow the TikTok page. I have a TikTok page for the DLP also. Will AEW PLEs be on Max instead of a pay per view? So I don't know if and I don't know when that's gonna start. I think it's gonna start before All In this year, though. I maybe at Revolution in March. But basically, you will be able to watch wrestling pay per views on Max at a discounted price. So if you're already a Max subscriber, you can watch it on Max. So again, I don't know what the discounted price is going to be, but I don't pay for my Max account. It's under my sister's name. But if it's cheaper and I want to watch a pay per view, I might send them the money because it's under their account. So I'll be like, hey, I'm going to cash app you like $30 so that I can watch, All In or whatever. Because I mean, All In's in Texas, but I'm definitely not planning to go to All In this year. So will AEW, but yeah, for the most part, it's been aight. It's been aight. And let me know if the live looks okay and it sounds okay also. Oh yeah. I guess I'll post this online. Talking about wrestling. Forget I have a Twitter page also as well, so. We got a Twitter page. Curry. I guess the All-Star game is going on right now, the NBA All-Star game, so. I like Peacock better than Max. Yeah, Peacock has had a lot more time to make the app to where it when it's broadcasting something live, it shows you that something is live. Max, for whatever reason, like I think I've only seen it once where the live stream for Dynamite or maybe it was Collision, that it was like on the front page. But like every time I log into Max when I want to watch Collision or Dynamite, I literally have to search it up, which is kind of annoying because I put it under my favorites. But like if Max like sees what you're watching, it should save like what you're watching and it kind of get like the algorithm of what you're watching, just like it does with like YouTube and stuff like that. And that way you're able to see what's going on, like, or you're able to see the shows that you like the most that will pop up on the feed. So, but yeah, Peacock does a good job of that, and if not, then Peacock actually has its own WWE tab on the side, which I like also because, again, if it doesn't pop out on the feed, you can just literally click to the side and click that little WWE tab, and literally anything that's live will jump on. So, WWE has had PLEs on Peacock for a long time because they have in the choices WWE, it's easier to find. Yeah, it's definitely easier to find. I kind of miss the WWE Network, honestly. Like, I miss paying, like, I don't remember how much I was paying. I think I was paying, like, $10 a month. But it sucks now because it's like when the network happened, I only had to pay for the network to watch, like, the PLEs and the added content. And it's like now you have to be, subscribed to, Netflix. You have to be subscribed to Peacock, right? When, before it was just one app, and I get it, like, internationally, I think the WWE Network app still exists, but, like, in the US, I really wish it would have stayed around, because, again, like I said, like, it was just so much easier just to go to one app for all the content, rather than having to, go to Peacock or whatever. And from what I know, like, or what I've seen, like, when I remember when the WWE Network was actually happening, like, they were putting out like a lot of original content, right? And now it's not so much. Now I feel like they're focusing more on YouTube content, like, but like they would put out like a lot of like those Stone Cold podcasts and stuff like that. They would put out like just a lot of different things, I guess, that you could watch on the network. Commentaries about like certain wrestlers, and now they put it out on Peacock, but they also have stuff on A&E, and then they have, it's just everywhere. It's like, I mean, but I get it, like, WWE is like a global thing now, and it's not a privately held company anymore, right? I mean, it was a public company, but like Vince owned majority of it, so he always had control over what like happened at the end of the day. But now that it's sold to Endeavor, aka TKO Group, they basically have to do what they tell them to do, basically. We got Robin Emmanuel in the house. What do you think about telepathy? Telepathy, like mind reading? I don't know. Maybe it exists. Maybe it doesn't. I have no clue. I don't know. I don't know if it's a real thing or not. But I mean, if it is, cool. Very cool question. It's gonna be on Peacock. No, I don't think. I think the Peacock contract ends like in 2027. I think actually. But don't quote me on that. I don't really know how long that's gonna be, but I'm pretty sure once the Peacock contract ends, that it will most likely go to Netflix. But I'm hoping it stays on Peacock. I agree with you because like literally, like I haven't had a lot of bad experiences on the Peacock app when it comes to like wrestling, like at least the shows. Here, should I move this a little back here? Let's see. Now a new WWE show is going on Tubi. Oh yeah, I heard about that also. They announced a new show. I forgot what it's called. It's called not LFG, but it's the other one where I guess they're going to be focusing more like on indie talent, and it's probably going to be on talent that they signed like for the ID program. If you guys are not familiar with the ID program, WWE ID, they are basically using indie promotions as a as a setup to bring in stars, right? So people that are already wrestling for indie promotions can sign kind of like developmental contracts. Not it's a little bit different than NXT, right? In a sense, but like they're going to be given those opportunities to be on shows like the ones that they're going to have on Tubi TV, right? And vice versa, right? And not just that, but there's also contract. I forget what the other contracts are called, but they're signing people, kind of like college people, I guess, and not just college people, but like athletes that can get into their program as well. And again, like I know, like Scott Steiner's son is one of those where they recently signed. So, um, how have you watched Raw on Netflix? Yes, I have. I've been watching it every week since it's been on Netflix. So. And luckily, I've actually have not been working every time that they have a Raw on Netflix. So ever since Raw started on Netflix, I always get out of work early enough to get home and watch it on time, which has kind of been my thing. And like Raw has been been a must watch lately, especially with CM Punk and Seth Rollins and just all the drama going on there. It's supposed to be on from 8 to 11 p.m. Eastern, but WWE cheats us out of 15 minutes of Raw. It's supposed to be on 8 to 11. Yeah, all I could tell you about that, Gene, is that Triple H did say that they do have flexibility on how long or short the show could be. I know as long as it's more than 2 hours that I think the Netflix executives won't be mad, but like literally I think only the first show was a 3 hour show. And ever since then, all of the shows have been 2.5 hours, which is funny because like now SmackDown is a 3 hour show, and a lot of people are complaining about SmackDown being a 3 hour show. They're like, "Oh, it's too long," but it's because SmackDown, its entire lifespan has always been 2 hours. So people are just used to the shorter format with SmackDown because again, SmackDown was just always the secondary show when it came to WWE. So people that wanted story would watch Raw, and people that wanted like good wrestling would watch SmackDown because that was literally like the show where you didn't really have a lot of story, but there was wrestling going on that show. So you're not paying $6.99 for 2.5 hours of Raw on Netflix. I mean, and you don't have to. I mean, there are websites that you can visit. Don't quote me on this. That you can watch the shows live. But you're gonna get. This is on your computer, and you might get ads or a virus or something like that. You need a good pop up blocker. Is all I'm gonna say. But yeah, you can watch the show on websites. Rather than watching it on Netflix. But that's up to you. Me, I pay for Netflix. My family, they send me money. We all share accounts, so they send me money, and vice versa. I use my sister's Max account. They use my Hulu, my Netflix, my Disney Plus. I have too many, honestly. I probably pay for more stuff than I should, honestly. But I mean, I really use all of my accounts. The only one that I really don't use is Disney Plus, but the Disney Plus is bundled in with Hulu, so I don't really have a choice there. They advertise 3 hours of Raw, but we don't get 3 hours. LOL, 100%. Yeah. Whoo, man. Excuse me if I'm, my throat is cracking up a little bit. But anyone that else is there, send a question or a comment. We're talking about wrestling. We're talking about wrestling live. Oh, yeah, I forgot I posted something. Oh, yeah, so literally, guys, I'm about to post my... I'm hoping. There we go. So Gene, I don't know if you've been following me on my social medias, but I traded in my car. So I'm about to post a new video. Uh-oh, the doggos are barking. Uh-oh, 1 second, guys. 1 second. I gotta let these doggies out real quick. 1 second. Hey! I should have WWE music playing in the background. Oh jeez, I forgot I still had the restream. I still had the restream stuff still set up over here. I was gonna go live on restream on this other computer, but I'm probably not going to now. Just because. Hold on, let me exit out of here. But I was setting it up to see if it looks good or not, so it doesn't really look that good. I would have to move the sign to this side of my room, basically. I can't wait till WrestleMania is coming back August 19th and the 20th. Yeah, I already requested those days off. My birthday is on the 11th, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be... I think I'm not going to request my birthday off so that I can watch WrestleMania, because I did request those days off. And it's like the same week, or maybe not. I need to check my days. But if it's not the same week, then I might just ask for those for my birthday off also, but... We'll see how it goes. We'll see how that goes. But let's see. Gene in the house. Are you going to Vegas? No, I'm gonna stay home. I'm gonna watch WrestleMania at home. Initially, one of my buddies did want to go to Vegas, but stuff changed, I guess, and it just didn't go down the way we wanted it to, I guess. And the ticket prices are insane out there. But like we could have gone. Like he gets like the what do you call it? Like the hotel points and stuff like that. So it was like we could have gotten like a free hotel like the weekend of. We would have just need to pay for like the travel and the tickets itself. But like I think that we would have probably spent like a couple of thousand each just on the tickets. So. It's free on Facebook. LOL. Are you watch? Oh, you're saying it's free on Peacock. Are you saying they're showing WrestleMania free on Peacock? I pay for Peacock. I don't have the free version. Can you watch WrestleMania on the free version of Peacock? Is Peacock still free? I don't even know. I know they did have a free version of it, like with supported ads. But can you actually watch WrestleMania without having to pay for Peacock? I'm not 100% sure, honestly. But anyways, how long have we been live? About 30 minutes? Damn, we've been live for about 30 minutes. What do you think of the setup though, Gene? Like, obviously, like, again, like I can move stuff around. Like, my regular computer's over here. But I do like I got this little WWE sign in the background. I got that on Amazon, so I guess just be ready to see that in more of the videos. I pay for Peacock on my cable bill. Love the scenery. Love the scenery. Oh, thanks. Excuse me. Come on, your thing is up here on top, okay? Alright, sorry about that. I had to let my dogs back in. Love the scenery. Okay, so yeah, now that I know that this thing is sitting here, I might move the WWE logo just a little bit higher, so my head is like in the middle. That way you guys can see it. Although I don't know if it'll make too much of a difference, but I feel like if I move it, like it's gonna, like if I get out of the shot, look, it like focuses on the little WWE logo. Um, yeah, WWE. Yeah, I know WWE moved their headquarters. That's not news. That's old news. That's old news, bro. We are live. I was trying to set up like a microphone and everything, but literally the microphone's not even connected over here or nothing like that. This is my old JLabs microphone that I would use, but I can. Well, shit. I was gonna say I can use my mobile microphone for like my phone live streams. I just don't know if I want to do that or not. Like I wish there was like a restream software for mobile. Unfortunately, there's not. Um, but yeah, looks like we got two people in the chat. If you guys can smash the like button, I don't know who else is there, or say hi. If you guys want to talk about wrestling, we are live here on a Sunday night, testing out kind of the new background setup. These are children's WWE titles, by the way. I do have an adult sized replica belt, by the way. The WWE Network logo belt. It's a commemorative belt or a plastic belt, but it still looks pretty cool. I actually prefer them because they're like a lot easier to carry when you go to like shows. Like if anyone's ever been to a wrestling show, right? Like I've had metal replica belts. They're heavy, man. They're like 7 to 10 pounds depending on the belt. And like to go to a show with one, it's cool. Like they look badass, but like they start to hurt your shoulder after a while, or they get kind of annoying to carry around. So for people that maybe want to get it without having like the weight and not spend as much money, go for the commemorative belts. It's the same thing. The straps are usually the same, but the plates are like a hard acrylic plastic. And they're pretty durable for the most part. Like as long as your kid doesn't throw it around, it should be fine. But like the one that I have, it's in good shape. Yeah, it's still for me, Gene. It has taken some time to not watch it on USA because I always find myself like turning on the TV and wanting to put it on the USA Network. When I have to think to myself, oh no, it's like it's on Netflix now. So, but what I do like about it being on Netflix is like they start the broadcast a little before the show, so it shows like stuff going on in the background and it has a countdown, right? So I do like that about it being on Netflix. So that way I don't have to watch whatever show's going on the USA Network that's leading up to it, the lead-in or whatever you want to call it. But it's been enjoyable on Netflix. I mean, I can't really complain too much. That first show was big, obviously, but it really hasn't been the same since that first show. And like now that Mania is just around the corner, we're literally 2 months away from Mania. So WWE has 8 weeks to put a bunch of championship matches together, right? So look at it this way, okay? We only have, I think, maybe one or two matches that are confirmed. We have the Jey Uso versus Gunther, and we have Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton. Those are the only two matches, guys, that are set in stone right now. You still have the WWE Championship match, which obviously, that's Cody. Who's going to face him? We still have Elimination Chamber. And then you have, Rhea Ripley. Where does she go, right? You thought that Charlotte was going to go for Rhea and they were going to have another badass WrestleMania match, but no, they decided to go another way. And Rhea already had her match with Io Sky, and she beat Io Sky. So, like, I don't know. The only thing I can see that happens with Rhea is it goes back around to Liv Morgan again. But, like, I think her and Liv Morgan just kind of got played out. So, I could see Rhea versus Nia Jax again. Nia Jax, even though, she's definitely not the best wrestler in the women's division, she's got a good presence. And she's kind of really come into her own as a character. She's a good heel. But she could also act, real silly and shit like that. And I really enjoy that from Nia Jax. And she's a powerhouse, obviously. So... but really, again, you have that, but you still have to do both the tag team championships if they even decide to air the tag team championships this year on Mania. You have the mid carders, the IC title, which again, IC title is Braun Breaker. You have the United States Champion, which is Shinsuke Nakamura, and then you have the two female mid card titles also. So I have a feeling that there's going to be stuff that's left out that you're going to end up having to watch some of that shit on SmackDown before Mania. And it's because like these Mania shows or these PLE events have gotten shorter, so most likely each night is only going to be 3 hours. So you're going to get 3 hours night one, 3 hours night two. So it's going to be a full 6 hour show. But you basically only get about 2 matches per hour. So if they're not all title matches, there's going to be like a random match in there that just nobody cares about. Maybe your local celebrity that pops in here and there. But other than that, who knows? Gene says NXT is horrible on the CW. It's not the show; it's the way the CW promotes it. But did Eric Bischoff create the Elimination Chamber? I not 100% sure. I don't remember if it was him. I know Jericho created the Money in the Bank ladder match. That was his idea. But I think it might have been a mix between Bischoff and Jericho. I think. As far as the Elimination Chamber match, I mean, it's still a good concept, right? But it's definitely changed. I really liked the original Elimination Chamber cage. It was different. It looked like it was more like sturdier. Like this new one looks like, I don't know. It looks like a plastic, like something that you can get at a toy store, basically. The Elimination Chamber was on WCW. That I don't know or remember. I know they had like different type of cage matches in WCW, but I never really paid attention to that because I never really got to watch the pay-per-views for WCW because we just never got to watch them as kids. So, but yeah, maybe Eric Bischoff did create the Elimination Chamber. If he did, kudos to him, I guess. But yeah, I mean, Mania is literally a few weeks away, or not a few weeks, but a couple months away. So they really got a lot of storyline stuff to happen, right? And I have a feeling it's going to be one of those years where where like the mid card titles just really are not a focus of the event, right? Which is kind of a shame, right? Because like now that Triple H has been in power, like there should be some sort of focus on those titles and making the mid card important, right? I feel like the only mid card title champion right now that is somewhat important is probably Braun Breaker, but like. Literally, what have they done with Nakamura, right? They haven't done shit with him since he won the U.S. title. He's just been kind of there in the background and, spitting shit in people's face. The female titles, Chelsea Green, in my opinion, is a little more over than that Lyra Valkyria chick. But Chelsea Green has more of a personality also. So, the original Elimination Chamber was a triangle, and you had to get to the top to win. But you see, that's a different concept, man. So, I don't know. Like, that's not really an Elimination Chamber if it's still, like, if it's everyone for themselves. Like, you know what I mean? Because the Elimination Chamber is you get pinned, you get eliminated from the match, and the last two remaining get the win, basically. So, but anyways, I wish WWE would bring back the 2 ring matches. I mean, they have had them. They have War Games at Survivor Series now, and they've had them the last couple of years. So, Survivor Series War Games. Although I don't think they should have that every year. They have had it the last couple of years, and they kind of brought it back with NXT. Like NXT was kind of showcasing War Games for a couple of years, and then they brought it to the main roster once it kind of worked with NXT. And but it's a cage match also, and it's not an elimination style match, but it's a match where you have like 5 versus 5, and then like the match doesn't officially start until all 5 people of each team are in. So by the time that last person comes in, everyone's beating each other down. So I mean, I do like War Games also. In fact, I've the last couple of War Games matches were good. This past year's it kind of sucked. But the year before that and the year before that, it was pretty good. I think the ones that I really enjoy more are like the women's War Games matches, but that's just me. So the original, I wish WWE would bring back. Yeah. So, but I mean, I'm glad. I feel like those matches should really only come about unless like something serious is happening, just like Hell in a Cell. I kind of do miss like TLC, like the gimmick match TLC. But again, they got rid of that pay-per-view, so and we really haven't seen any type of TLC match since those tag team days, I guess. I just really I just hated it back then when they would have like the TLC pay-per-view and they would have separate matches. So you would have you would have a tables match, you would have a chairs match, and then you would have a ladders match, like all separate, right? So the only weapon you could use is a chair, or the only weapon you could use is a table. So um, you said it's fun to watch war games like two ring matches are so cool to watch. Yet all five have to be on the ring. Yep, WCW originally had war games. I think. Again, I don't quote me. I don't know, man. That three ring thing was a gimmick. It was a different gimmick. So I'm not gonna agree with you, or I'm not gonna say you're wrong either. So, but anyways. Oh, my neck is killing me. It's about getting close to 10 o'clock already, I think. Is it 10 o'clock yet? Oh, yeah, we're past 10 o'clock today. So, but anyways, guys, I did just want to do this as a test run. Again, I was trying to set up this PC over here. I have another little PC that I was trying to set up, but I do need to get like a USB extension for my webcam so that I can so I can mount it on a tripod here, and I can run it on Restream. The only thing about Restream is I need the monitor to be facing me to see what's happening, and the monitor is there. But I could like literally set it up. So we'll see how it goes, I guess. But yeah, I do like this little WWE logo thing that I have in the background. It's like a little neon light that I purchased on Amazon. Maybe I'll make a video about it. I was intending to make a video about it. I just never did. So I was watching WCW War Games on pay-per-view. I'm older and remember all the old WCW men. Yeah, you are older, okay? Not to diss on you. But I'm kind of getting there, man. You can see all my gray hairs. My gray hairs are starting to show, at least. So, but anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off, man. Again, Gene, thanks for being an OG. I might go live later on this week again. I don't know, here or on the BTech channel. But I just uploaded a video on the BTech channel on my new right, so check it out, man, when you get the chance. And again, guys, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. Let's get us to 100. I want to see if I can get to 100 before summer, but again, the algorithm for I don't really post enough content here for people to be like, yeah, like let's go and catch this guy's live streams and whatnot. So, but anyways, guys, go ahead and have a good night. Enjoy your Monday. Don't work too hard this week, and we'll see you guys next time. Okay.